I would find and pay a midget to kidnap him and draw his face with Sharpie. I actually have a very
Yeah, but
wide.
how do you get kidnapped by somebody half your size?
I hope you know I started recording.
It's like the ant effect.
Oh,
Whenever you have enough
no.
of them, they can do anything together. Midgets have power in numbers. They don't need the height advantage.
Hey, we're still recording.
It doesn't matter. He'll cut it out.
Will
Okay,
I?
fine.
Okay. Hello and welcome once again to the Story Foundry channel. I'm Ray, a several-time guest, and today I'll be hosting the interviews for the upcoming release of our project, Flaming SAILS, a has-been hotel pirate AU. In case you don't already know, Flaming SAILS, which I will clarify is a fan work and not affiliated with the actual show, was written by our very own Quest, founder and owner of the channel, and voiced by all the amazing people we'll be talking to today. Anyways, let's meet the stars.
Hello. I am West, the head of the Story Foundry, creator and writer of this project, and one of the editors. There's another one here. I also voice Angel Dust and Alistair, a couple of extras. Yeah, that's me. That's who I am.
Hi, I am Pika /Skylar. I voice Katie Killjoy, and I also voice a bunch of extras. The favorite being the Coke Stealer. And yeah.
Hi, my name is Me Moroni Stars, and I voice Charlie and Nifty. But I also send in some feedback with the scripts writing as well.
Hello, I am Mare, and I voice Cherry and Loot.
Hi there, I'm Ray. I voice Husk. Nice to meet you, Ray. You're the host, right? I'm the same person. Never mind. This isn't gonna work. Okay. So, how long have you been voice acting?
Well, I would say that I've been voice acting for a few months now. I think a little over 6 months now that I think about it.
I have been getting into voice acting for the past few months, I think, since like late December-ish. I think I didn't get my first voice acting gig until like early January. So it's been a hot minute.
Oh shit, is it my turn? I have been voice acting for, I think about over a year now. Like, I think that's about as long as I've been, like a little over a year is what I would say.
I've been voice acting for a few months. I think I also started in December.
Okie dokie. Sounds good, folks. And from there, what would you say is most different between your character and their original incarnation so far?
Oh, well, honestly, I just noticed about how Charlie often is the voice of reason with every situation that goes down. Even though for like the original version of her, she's always got that naive sort of personality. Like, she doesn't exactly know everybody's ulterior motives, unlike for this series.
I feel like this Katie Killjoy, she's not as blatantly homophobic as she is in the original, but I feel like she is able to like display that like on-camera personality a little bit more, and just like letting it like break every now and then, than she is in the original. But both are still like great interpretations of her personality.
I would say the most different things about, let's start with the easy one, with Alistair. So just like in the original show, he did take a 7-year absence, but whatever happened to him in that 7-year absence clearly affected him, and you can clearly see it. Like, he's been out of commission for a hot minute, and he's trying to get back into the groove of being like this essentially killer celebrity, literally killer celebrity in hell. But like, he's not in that groove yet. He's a little unwashed, a little unkempt. and like he still acts like he's this very charismatic, pompous fella like in the show, but you would look at him and you'd not get that from him. In fact, there's a moment of description in the episode that really highlights this. As for Angel Dust, what is different about Angel Dust? I guess he is a bit more clever. Like he tries to get he's a more I don't know. I think he's just more clever, and I don't know how to elaborate on that.
For Cherry, she's a lot more involved in this than the original show. I think in the original show she didn't like get introduced until a few episodes on, or she was introduced, she didn't have as many lines. But yeah, she's very active in this. And for Lute, I think not more of a voice of reason, because she's still a voice of reason, kind of, in for Adam. But for this one, I feel like she's like more instigating violence, if that makes sense.
Well, right there we had some pretty interesting differences between the original character and their version for Flaming Sails. So, let's take a step back and let's just move on to how we've been doing on the channel in general. How long would you say you've been working with Quest on the Story Founder channel?
I would say that I've been on the channel for about like 4 to 5 months now. And I've done various projects, including Hasbin Hotel, Warhammer 40k, and Arcane, and all of that good stuff.
I feel like it's been like, because I was originally brought on through the casting call club for Flaming Sails, and then I got asked to voice a couple of Katie Killjoy memes, which were a lot of fun. But yeah, so I think I've been here since whenever I got casted for Katie Flaming Sails.
Do I have to answer this question?
It would be unfair to say no.
Well, I've been working with the Story Foundry pretty much my whole life, like literally since the day I was born.
Since the
We've
beginning.
known each other. Yes, the very beginning. Possibly even longer, maybe since the beginning of time itself. But yeah, we've been working together a very long time, and this project is basically like the culmination of that.
How insightful. And V, we'll have you wrap this up.
I don't know if I can top that. I can't top that.
That is something Angel Dust would say. Or accurately, Angel Dust would say, I can top anything, huh?
He would joke about that after somebody said that. I actually originally met Quest on a different project we were both working on together. However, neither of us realized on the casting call that I was auditioning for his project. So I joined the server, and we were both like, wait a minute, I know you.
That's true. It was funny.
Okay. So, we got some pretty interesting ways we got here, and also some different amount of time we've been here. Now, let's see. What do you do to get into character?
I usually just try to get a feel of the character's personality as a whole. So, like with Nifty, for example, she's like this little chaos gremlin, and I know that before I could even say any of my lines, that I kind of have to like have this childlike energy. I gotta kind of like run around a little bit in my room before I can like figure out the kind of tone of voice to put in for each of these lines.
Our own little gremlin at Flaming Sails. Pika, how about you?
Katie Killjoy, I always have to do like a little like warm up to get into her, kind of like, hi, I'm Katie Killjoy, and I'm here to fuck your mom. And just do like something like that. Just to really get into that mindset. and that's kind of like my main thinking to her because the toughest part is trying not to sound exactly like the voice actor from the pilot, because I know it's like I don't do that well with impressions and trying to be spot on. So I just try to give my own little interpretation of her. So yeah.
Well, frankly, I think it was a little unnecessary to bring my mom into this, but we'll just move right past that. West, how about you?
Well, most of it for like any of the characters I do is I literally just start making noises. Like the moment I sit down and pull up my recording program, I kind of just go like, ah, 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 and like mainly so that I know to like actually speak up, because like nobody wants me to be voice acting like this while doing the voice, because like it's easier to sort of mutter in an impression, I've noticed, but like that's exactly why I need to make myself not do that. And like of course like using some of the like noises that where like I have to reach the kind of tone that the character is mostly going to be speaking in, like ha ha ha. Well, okay, that wasn't anybody in particular, but like you know what I'm saying. Like I have to reach their pitch and tone for whoever I'm voicing, essentially.
Those are definitely words.
Okay.
Anyway, B, how about you?
Oh, for Liu, I just had to like remember like a very violent urge in the back of my mind and then talk for a bit.
You mean you don't always have those?
Oh no, I have it. Just bring it forward a little. Because Lute's always threatening and angry. Love her. She's great. For Cherry, I sometimes have to look up how to do Australian accents beforehand, so it doesn't sound like too fake. I know it doesn't sound perfect by any means, but like I don't want it to sound horrible. And then I do some of her lines. If I'm in a rush, I'll just start cussing, and
Real.
the accent will come out eventually.
Well, let me just say, I am glad that your lute does not give any Fs, because if she did, she would be flute. And I do not want any dildo-shaped instruments in our call.
What
So-
the fuck?
Why?
It's for the bit, Quest. It's for the bit.
Okay. Okay.
So, Meg, what is your favorite line that you say?
This one actually just kind of pertains to like Charlie, like speaking with Maggie before she goes up onto the news channel, and she's just like, "You're not gonna beat anyone up during the show, are you?" And then she responds with, "Nobody on stage." like I thought that was just a really nice, like, quick-witted response from her, and it's so well in character too.
And Pika, how about
I
you?
think for me, my favorite is because I also voice the employee that asked Katie about this, but Katie is like, as soon as they get Charlie and Baggy get there, she's like, "No, you're just in time. You're about to replace you with walrus facts." Like that little bit right there is absolutely amazing. I love it.
Now, Quest, I know you wrote all these lines, so I'm going to tell you here and now, you cannot say every line that I wrote is my favorite line.
Oh man. Well, you know, having
So you-
written this, having to pick a favorite line is like having to pick a favorite child.
The favorite child
The-
is the one you don't drop.
I see. Well, there is like one. It's kind of a mouthful, but like there is an angel dust line where basically Travis, who those of you who remember the Has-Been Hotel pilot, yeah, he's here and he serves the exact same purpose as he does in the pilot. He, you know, insults Angel Dust. He says basically the same line. He's like, "Whatever you say, slut." And Angel Dust, his reaction is a little different, but it's basically he's just like, "Wow, I know, I'm a I'm a prostitute, and I hoed myself out for a taxi ride. But big whoop that you called me a slut. That's not exactly what he says, but I thought it was a funny reaction. Do I also have to pick one for Alistair?
If you'd like to.
Okay. Well, I would not like to because I don't know, man. Do I have to pick one for narrator? Because I also narrate Flaming Sails.
Well, fine. We'll skip you on those since you're asking too many questions, and you lost me at mouthful and angel.
Fuck.
V, you are next.
For Lou, I think not. I can't remember the entire line, but at the very end of it, she says, "Wipe clean the slate." And I have never heard it worded like that before, so it really stuck out to me.
Interesting.
Cherry, there's a specific 2-word sentence, which is a who, but whenever I do an accent, it sounds like a who.
Bless you.
And yeah, that's so much fun to do.
Stay tuned for the outtakes where that line will be featured quite a bit.
And from there, if there's one thing you think you could have done better, what would it be? Let's start with you, Memer.
Oh, I don't know. I feel like I could stand to have a wider vocal range with just my characters in general. Because I don't know why, but I am so used to having just sort of like an uplifted, higher pitched voice whenever I'm doing characters like Charlie and Nifty. And like, I don't know, I think like the impression that I normally do with Charlie, like, I don't know why, but like in my brain, I always kind of like think of it as sort of like a satire version of what she would sound like, mostly in the pilot, but also a little bit from the series. But other than that, I think maybe also to like make sure that I'm saying all of my lines clearly, because I do also have a little bit of a stuttering problem.
Apparently that was the end of the sentence. That did not feel like the end of the sentence. You said something about stuttering problem. Usually whenever I stutter,
Okay,
I stutter right after I say something about how I don't stutter.
I'm sorry.
It is quite all right. Say, Pika, if you could have done anything better, what would it be?
I feel like just kind of similar, like just like like trying new things more. I feel like I mean, every now and then I try to add a little like Katie chuckle in there. And I think also just like really like listening to my different takes, because I have a very hard time listening to my own voice, but I think I'm getting better at like hearing how I sound. So I think just like listening through each of these takes and making sure that they're good to go for submission. Since I also do have a tendency to like not enunciate as much, which is wild considering I'm a theater kid. But yeah, probably just something like that.
And both of you two have really good things, widening range and trying new things. For Quest, I am going to say it for you. It is not paying me. I am broke.
Okay.
And it's your fault.
Bye. Okay. Well,
I'm kidding.
not
I'm
exactly
kidding. I'll let
thinking
you.
myself. To actually answer your question, in stark contrast to the last two people who answered, what I think I could have done better most was in the writing front. Because the idea behind writing this first chapter of Flaming Sails was I wanted to mash together the story of, like, basically the plot of the pilot of Hazbin Hotel and episode 1. Like, I was just getting both of those beginnings out of the way. And I feel like maybe I could have had like the multiple different plot lines kind of come together and connect better. Like I could have done more with like the characters and the events and everything that unfolds, I suppose. That's what I think I could have done better.
There seems to be a distinct lack of paying me in that statement, but no matter. We'll move on to V.
I think I need to learn how to read better. Because there were a few lines I initially missed when I recorded, specifically for Cherry. And Quest had to hear me ramble on for about a minute. Yeah, reading. Also, I want to put not more emotion. I don't know if that's the word. I want there to be a difference with Lou and her voice. Because right now it's just angry, and that feels very condensed to me. I kind of want to do more with it.
Interesting. And it is a good thing to find out where we think we could have done better in places, because that just allows us to do exactly that. It allows us to get better at those things that we think we could have done better on. And from here, which co-star were you most excited to work with? Or what was your favorite line from a co-star? Starting with you, Mimer.
I mean, honestly, I think everybody here has just been like really amazing and really talented, and I'm so grateful to be working with all of you. But I am especially excited for all of the newer voice actors that are getting to join some of these servers, like V and Pika, as well as Lucifer and Morningstar, aka Derek.
Who sadly didn't arrive. Put a
I know,
gravestone
but
in.
you know what? We'll be able to interview him later, though.
Yeah, maybe if we
Gravestone.
do one for chapter 2. I will not put a gravestone anywhere, Ray, just because you requested
I'm
it.
the host. So, Pika, same question for you.
I think everyone, like, yeah, I'm just excited to work for everyone because everyone's so talented. But I think one of my favorite lines. So, like, there's a scene where Quest, who plays Tom, basically gets stabbed in the leg, I think, with a pen, and just makes one of the most hilarious noises ever. Yeah, that is one of my favorite lines. I'm going, ouch!
Good old slapstick humor.
Yeah.
So, Quest, as you did all of the editing for the audio, what was your favorite line to hear?
There were a lot of lines that I thought were just really great and delivered very, very well. Of course, big thanks. What was that?
Nothing. Continue.
There were like a couple of like actually monologues that Mimer did as Charlie throughout the episode, and like those were very well read and they were very nice. Well done, Mimer. I guess that's what it is. Yeah.
And lastly, we have V.
I think I'm excited to work with everyone, but I think I'm most excited to work with Pika, just because we haven't had like almost any projects up until now that we've done together, and I really love Pika's voice. It's majestic. I heard it for the first time and I felt like I was ascending to the heavens.
And here, folks, we have a simp for a mommy voice. Congratulations, V. You just outed yourself to the internet.
Hey, yo. Hey, well, to be fair,
This is
I've actually
true.
I've watched your Twitch streams, so I know why people say that.
Okay, listen, just because I have certain redeems on my Twitch.
I need to
Listen.
What's the Twitch, by the way? Just
Oh, it's just my name.
V, please stop
uh,
having a lesbian panic all over my interview time.
Sorry.
Oh my god.
Now
Listen,
from
at
here-
least I'm not getting close to the mic.
Now from here, I have something a little bit special for all of you guys. Until now, all of these questions have been for all of you. But these last few questions, these are a little bit more personal, and they are specifically targeted for each of you. And Eric, who didn't arrive, and I feel very heartbroken because I spent a lot of time researching everybody to make these questions for them.
That's
And
a shame.
I'm hurt emotionally.
You were stalking us? I'm
Anyways,
kidding.
let's start with
I'm
Wes.
kidding.
Oh,
What made you come up with the idea for Flaming Sails?
oh man. What did make me come up with the idea for Flaming Sails? You just asked that question. Well, I guess there's a lot of factors to it. It's like an ogre, which is like an onion. It has layers.
Let's not quote Shrek on my time. I'm still not getting paid for this.
I'm keeping it in the video when I edit
Cut
it,
it from
just
the
so you
video
know.
editor.
You can't make me
I
do
said cut.
shit. Anyways, I guess the first layer is that I like pirates. They're like my favorite thing. And I guess there was also like a period of time. I guess I'm still technically in that period of time where like I'm hyper fixated on Has-Been Hotel. And it started as kind of just like a fun thing I was doing in my pastime, like coming up with ideas for what if there was a pirate AU for Has-Been Hotel, like what would each character be like, what would their role be. And then at some point I kind of just decided, like, you know, while I was making stuff for my channel, and like around the time I decided I want to make something big, because the channel's called The Story Foundry. It's a channel mostly I want it to be about making stories. So around the time I decided I wanted to do something big in favor of that, I decided why not make the pirate AU for Has-Been Hotel a real thing. And now here we are, having made chapter 1.
A true story of rags to riches for this channel.
I really hope so. Watch it get like 14 views on like the first day.
That would be quite sad. We've put a lot of work into this.
Uh-huh.
Now to hit you guys with a curveball. V, you're up next.
Mhm.
This appears to be your first appearance on the Story Foundry. What are your thoughts about it so far?
The Smash or Pass channel is kind of freaking me out.
No.
Everyone's really nice. It's a lot of fun. Strange moments, as per usual. I think the wizard battles are a lovely introduction to this.
I'd hate to be the guys that work on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, bunch of dork losers.
Say, you're also quite new to the Story Foundry. How unique has it been from your other voice acting ventures?
It's definitely it feels more involved and connected, I think, because I have a bunch of servers where it just feels kind of dead and all we do is submit lines, let's say. But with this, it feels a lot more like personal. I feel like I just love how like comfortable everyone is with each other. When I first joined, I'm gonna be real, I was kind of nervous because whenever I'm in a group of people, I don't know anyone at all. I get very like socially anxious and all that, and then I just start feeling comfortable around everyone because it's a freaky but safe space. And
That's what we're going for here.
yeah, yeah, it's a great place to be, you know.
Well, honestly, from that statement, your other servers you're on remind me of my hopes, dreams, and aspirations. Anyways, let's move on to your if I remember correctly, of the cast of Flaming Sails so far, you've known Quest the longest. How's that been? What all have you done here?
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's been great. Under his channel, like I've mentioned before, like I've done content for like various different shows. It's mostly memes and comic dubs, but like whatever. Who cares about those? Like those don't really get that much attention. But anyways, yeah, it's been great. And like, I don't just do voice acting work under his channel, but like I've also been able to like join his hangout sessions, as well as join the D&D session that he has created, which we actually just recently finished with that one,
That's right, yeah.
Gangs of Ironwell. Yeah, that one got finished last Thursday, and he's in the making of a part 2 pretty soon. So hopefully I get to be a part of that as well.
That would be very neat to see. And lastly, it appears we have one more person. Ray, how have you enjoyed your time on the Story Foundry server? Why, thank you, Ray. Thank you for asking. Honestly, it's been pretty chill. Made some pretty cool friends here. Done some pretty cool things. Became a wizard and might have had horrible things happen to me that involve fish. And I, frankly, would not like to elaborate on the said thing with fish. Or my lack of pay from this horrible man that did that fish to me. Honestly, it was a very, very evil man. Very, very cruel. Horrible boss. Even worse paychecks.
Hey, I'm a hell of a boss.
No, you are a. You're not a hell of a boss. You're a boss of hell. I'm kidding. But honestly, I love working with you guys. You guys are all awesome. I absolutely loved working in the wizard videos, and I loved voicing Husk. It has been a whole bunch of fun, and I really appreciate all you guys.
Oh wow, that's beautiful. Oh no, I wasn't actually tearing up. I was just doing a funny. It's okay. I'm okay.
See what I mean? Horrible boss, horrible, evil man. No emotions.
Okay.
It's only
I
hate,
had a genuine reaction,
yelling,
okay?
screaming, throwing things at me, saying things about my wife.
What?
Wait, what?
I don't have a wife,
I mean,
but
I
like,
said something about
if
your
I
mom.
did, it would be really messed up what you'd say to my wife that I don't
I-
have. Why do you hate my wife?
Well, I don't understand.
She's real to me.
Is this an
She's real to me. Okay. Anyways, you can take over from here, boss man. All the stuff I have written down and scripted has been gone through, and you guys ruined half my questions because you answered them without me asking them, because you guys just added them on other questions, and I'm very upset because I spent so much time scripting and writing all this. I'm kidding. But no, you did mess up my scripting.
on the channel right now? About fuck.
Flaming Sail.
Audio drama.
Okay, fine.
On the channel right now. We should do like a short and outro, because like I don't think I can use almost any of this, but like we need a decisive end for the video. Anybody have any idea for like a good outro?
We should think of
Man,
a
you've been
5-word
listening too.
thing, and we each say one of those words.
You mean like Demons in My Head? Like your project?
Kinda, yeah. Because it's peak.
Yeah. Garbage. No, I'm just kidding. I don't mean a word of that.
We should do stay tuned for Flaming Sails.
Didn't I kind of like do that a little bit already?
Well, yeah, but this is for the outro.
I feel like
Out
that,
of this.
you know what, I could edit it together, so theoretically we could do it, and it doesn't matter if it sounds bad.
Do we all want to say it like simultaneously?
We'll do it in like in a row, like Memer stay, then
Okay,
Pika tuned,
Dude.
quest for me flaming V sales.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, yeah, that works.
Sweet.
Okay. 3,
Okay, I'll
2,
yeah.
1, go.
Stay.
Tunes.
4.
Flaming.
Sales.
What the hell was that, Siri?
Say tune for flaming sales.
Yes, robot
Stay
response.
tuned.
Wait, it's fine. I
Shut up,
don't
we
think
don't
it's
get
supposed to work like that.